Coming up on 7 News at noon, updates on cases and safety tips for Fairfax County residents. We welcome back Police Chief Kevin Davis and learn how the parasite outbreak is actually helping small farmers. Welcome back. A suspect hit several gym parking lots throughout Fairfax County. The police department's use of artificial intelligence and e-bike safety. We've got a lot to cover. We're pleased to welcome back Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis. Great to have you, Chief. Let's jump right in with a case that has a lot of people talking. A recent gym theft investigation. This man is accused of breaking into vehicles while folks are working out and stealing their wallets that have credit cards and then purchasing a number of gift cards. You say your agency is still calculating.
Still counting. He has over 200 separate charges, dozens and dozens of gym locations throughout Fairfax County, some in Falls Church as well. But just think about it, and we were talking about it before this segment. Where is your property most vulnerable? At the gym. Because we all want to go into the gym. We don't want to pay for a locker fee. We don't want to leave our property in a locker that's unlocked and risk theft. So what do we all do? And I'm guilty of it myself. I hate to admit it. We leave our stuff in our car. So these professional thieves know that the most target-rich environment to hit is gym parking lots. So we've got to be collectively more strategic when it comes to securing our property. And it's easier said than done, Michelle.
Yeah, I think if we at least have it on the forefront of our minds, that's one step. When we say that it's over 200 crimes, that's a pretty big number. Yeah. Why did it take so long to catch up to this guy?
Well, he was good at what he did. He was calculated. He would obstruct his identity. We eventually reviewed hours and dozens of hours of surveillance footage and digital evidence, and we were finally able to take some digital evidence associated with him. He began as a person of interest, executed some search warrants, recovered some of the stolen property, and then it's just a treasure trove of evidence, and he needs to be held accountable. This guy is disrupted. Just think how many people's lives over the last few months by taking what does not belong to him. He's 29 years old, he's from Alexandria, but he's undoubtedly victimized people throughout Northern Virginia for quite some time now, and now it's time to face some consequences.
All right, and I know we have some surveillance video from a Target where he was caught on camera literally in the act, right?
Absolutely. So, you know, the surveillance cameras are great. The bad guy community knows about the cameras, and they'll obstruct their faces, and they'll wear masks, and they'll do other things to hide their identity. But we have sophisticated technology now that we can employ. So we're catching more and more of these thieves, and that's the good news. But he now has to face a consequence in our criminal justice system that I believe speaks to the seriousness of his crimes and the disruptions of so many lives.
And speaking of advances in crime fighting, I know you all have a new tool. You're using AI like so many other industries, but this is helping in how you respond to 911 calls. Walk us through the actual procedure, and has this made a difference in response times?
Yeah, well, thanks, Michelle. I think I need the whole half an hour. I'm sure that'll be okay with your producers. So we have Prepared 911, and Prepared 911 is a product of Axon. Axon is the behemoth in technology in law enforcement in America. And what this AI technology, software technology does, it sits in our Department of Public Safety Communications with our 911 call takers. And when a 911 caller calls 911, the AI is listening for keywords: help, gun, knife, no, stop, don't hurt me, all those things. And when the AI picks up on those words during the initial 911 call, the technology will tell our drone to get up in the air and respond to that location, that longitude and that latitude. So the drone is literally on its way to a scene before a dispatcher even gets that call from a call taker and gives it or dispatches it to a police officer. So our response times are improving, but the big thing is we're catching people, and our situational awareness is better than it ever has been. Dozens of examples. We've had our drones as first responder respond to over 1,500 calls for service already. The technology is
and the program has just been in
use in its infancy stages. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really fascinating. But if you think of a drone, it's about this wide. It weighs 5.5 pounds. It flies from a drone docking station, which is about twice the size of this table in front of us, and it goes to a longitude and a latitude. A drone pilot takes it over from there, and it's able to see things and capture things and communicate those things back to not only first responding police officers, but firefighters as well. We have a full-time firefighter in our real-time crime center, and they're able now to get in front of a lot of emergency medical and fire calls for service.
We know AI doesn't always get everything right. So what safeguards are in place in that event?
So people ask me from time to time, when the drone is flying from point A to point B, what is the drone looking at? And the camera, and there's a camera on the drone, and it's looking forward. The drone is not pointed down in your backyard. It's not peering in your kitchen or your living room or your bedroom. These drones are sent to public spaces. And the criteria to send a drone to a particular scene is pretty strict. It has to be a certain type of call for service, and most of the calls for service that the drone is dispatched to are outdoor emergencies or crimes or chaos or fires or medical emergencies. So we pay a lot of attention to ensuring that folks don't feel like their privacy is being violated, and we're sure that it's not. But we know that that's only as good as our word, and we pay attention to that every day.
Okay, and finally, Chief, I know e-bikes, they are growing in popularity on our city streets, and I know you want to raise some awareness for families who may be new to owning one of these things.
That infographic kind of says it all. A lot of parents are buying these e-bikes for their kids, and when I say kids, I'm talking 12, 13, 14-year-olds. If the e-bike does not have pedals, it's illegal. It can't be on the road. If your child, and I say child because typically these young people who are riding these e-bikes, is altering the speed on the e-bike or manipulating the governor's switch that controls the speed, then it becomes illegal. A lot of kids are lawfully possessing and driving these e-bikes, and it's the latest thing. And sometimes they can be used on hiker-biker trails and on sidewalks. But we're concerned with the speed. And the ones without pedals, not legal. The ones where the speed and the pedals are manipulated, it could possibly be not legal. So I encourage all the parents that are watching out there to kind of check this out, educate yourselves, because you might be thinking you're doing a good thing by buying little Johnny an e-bike for the summer, but you know, little Johnny needs to adhere to the law for his or her safety. But it's the 2026 summer fad, no doubt.
Absolutely. All right, Chief Kevin Davis, always great to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Michelle.
All right, coming up for us here on 7 News at noon, this camera, there you go. We're going to check back in with Steve for a look at the weather and those